Hello Biafrans and lovers of freedom across the globe. Welcome to Biafra Battle Cry TV, your uncompromising voice for truth, justice, and liberation. This marks a pivotal moment in the global stance against both the Nigeria Christian genocide and terror in West Africa.
Colleagues, the situation is dire there. We see Al-Qaeda aiming to take over the entire country. The United States acknowledges the counterterrorism efforts of the Malian armed forces against these and other terrorist organizations such as ISIS, Sahel, but the situation is worsening quickly. We remained deeply concerned about the incidents of kidnapping, the incidents of hostage-taking across the Sahel as a means to finance these terrorist activities. Unfortunately, since the veto of the UN sanctions regime in 2023, it has been deeply disappointing to see Mali's security situation continue to deteriorate. That decision removed critical tools from the international community that it relied on to promote accountability and to promote stability. And the result has been an uptick, a massive surge in violence, has been a shrinking space for dialogue and growing risk for civilians across the country and across the region. The terrorist threats are not only intensifying, they are spreading, they are shifting southward, as evidenced by the terrorist attacks we've seen in Benin and Togo. But particularly, the United States is concerned and outraged by the ongoing slaughter of thousands of Christians in Nigeria by various ethnic militias in the Middle Belt, as well as terrorists like Boko Haram and ISIS West Africa in the north. It is tragic and it is unacceptable. Churches are burning, villages are being razed, thousands are killed, clergy murdered simply for wearing a cross, for being a Christian, for daring to say they worship Jesus as Christ. Just yesterday, 25 little girls were kidnapped from their school, and one school official murdered trying to protect them, from Maga Comprehensive Girls Secondary School in Kebbi State. Colleagues, this is happening. It's undeniable, and it's unacceptable. The United States condemns these attacks in the strongest terms, and it demands accountability. And as President Trump has made clear, we will not stand by while such atrocities are happening in Nigeria. The government of Nigeria must take immediate steps and do more to increase security, respond to early warnings, end impunity, and address the drivers of violence. And colleagues, we need to see African leadership on these matters, and we need to see a coordinated response among all countries in the region. The situation is critical. The United States will continue to work with regional partners to counter these common threats. Thank you, Mr. President.
I want to tell you that the agreement between the British and the Fulani has collapsed. And the only person that collapsed it is Trump. I want the world to understand this.
Allard and Jared Moskowitz.
And I'll give
this bill would designate the Muslim Brotherhood as a foreign terrorist organization and establish a process for designating its members, branches, and affiliates as terrorists. The bill amends the Anti-Terrorism Act and treats the Muslim Brotherhood in the same manner that the PLO, the Palestine Liberation Organization, was treated during the height of its terrorist activities. It would prohibit Americans from transacting with the Brotherhood and prevent its members from entering the United States. This legislation would codify key elements of President Trump's recent executive order and provide a permanent statutory framework to address the ongoing threat posed by the Muslim Brotherhood and its violent offshoots. Despite its efforts to present itself as a mainstream political or social movement, the Muslim Brotherhood and its affiliates are rooted in an extremist ideology with a long history of supporting terrorism. Founded in 1928 by Hassan el-Banna in Egypt, the Brotherhood's stated goal from the beginning was to establish a global caliphate based on Islamic supremacy, to restructure societies and governments according to its interpretation of Sharia, and to advance a radical agenda. When I was stationed in Egypt under Mubarak, Mubarak was still there, he had Egyptian armed forces kick down doors and simply shoot who was in the room, Muslim Brotherhood. While the Brotherhood often maintains plausible deniability, many of its branches and affiliates provide the ideological justification, financial support, and recruitment pipelines for jihadist violence. The Brotherhood has directly inspired or supported terrorist organizations, including Hamas and Al-Qaeda. Its influence extends across the Middle East, Europe, and into the United States. The violence and instability it has fueled has already led Saudi Arabia, Jordan, the UAE, and Egypt to ban the organization outright. This bill would bring U.S. policy into alignment with our key regional partners. More importantly, the Muslim Brotherhood provides materials for designated terrorist organizations. That is not speculation. It is documented in the Brotherhood's own internal strategy papers, including the 1991 explanatory memorandum on the general strategic goal for the group in North America, a document that was seized by the FBI in 2004 and admitted as evidence in the Holy Land Foundation terrorism financing trial. That document, written by a senior Muslim Brotherhood leader in the United States, explicitly describes the Brotherhood's work here as a kind of, and I quote, kind of grand jihad in eliminating and destroying the Western civilization from within and sabotaging its miserable house so that Islam is made victorious over all other religions and civilizations. It lists dozens of Brotherhood front organizations operating in the United States and outlines a long-term plan to infiltrate and undermine American institutions through a, quote, civilization jihadist process. That's the Muslim Brotherhood's own description of its mission on American soil, in its own words, recovered by our law enforcement. The threat that this violent Sharia extremist group opposes to America is clear. The evidence is overwhelming, and the time to act is now. Designating the Muslim Brotherhood as a terrorist organization is long overdue, and I urge my colleagues to support H.R. 4397, and I yield back.
I want to tell you that the agreement between the British and the Fulani has collapsed, and the only person that collapsed it is Trump. I want the world to understand this.
You've just heard a message that echoes the cries of the oppressed and the resolve of the free. At Biafra Battle Cry TV, we stand firm in amplifying voices that challenge tyranny and defend humanity. Stay vigilant, stay united, and never stop speaking truth to power. Until next time, keep the fire of freedom burning.